Soma is the body. So it's unlike kind of where we go up. It's kind of bringing all of that information here, but kind of tuning into the body. So the theory is, or it's not even a theory, they're thinking it's science, is that sometimes in our lives that we have certain experiences that happen to us. We didn't make them really happen. Sometimes things just happen in life. Have you ever had a situation that just happened to you?
Yes.
Yeah. Is there something that might not be resolved? So it kind of makes a little contraction in the body. So we're going to be looking out for those little contractions, and we're going to kind of discuss them. Is that okay with you? It's always with your permission.
Yes.
Good. So maybe we close down our eyes. Now, since you are a yoga teacher and you're an energetic human, you know your own energy. For someone that does not, this may be a whole new experience for them. And it's okay wherever you're at, if you're a beginner or you're not. How does that feel to you just to sit here?
That's good.
What do your hands want to do? Yeah, so they're going to stay up. So maybe we receive something today. Would it be okay if we take a few breaths together to create some kind of cohesion between us? So we'll inhale together through the nose, and we'll sigh it out through the mouth, almost like in, out. Nice. In, out. So just us breathing together, and you can continue to breathe, will create a connection between both of us. So I will feel your experience, kind of the way you're experiencing it. There you go. A few more rounds. Beautiful. One more. That was beautiful. And just notice how you feel now. You can articulate it or not. There. You want to continue to breathe, so continue to breathe. If that's what your body is saying, that you need more of that. Good, Monica. Maybe we open your eyes for a minute. Maybe we try this breath. Feel the draw. And if the body says release the breath, you should release, go with what the body is telling you. That's it. Beautiful job. And just keep doing that. Maybe drawing it up. That was perfect. Letting it go. Creating more of a flow. There. When we do somatics, it's not like the meditation stance. In fact, maybe maybe just move just for you, just to move a little bit so you get a better experience. Yes, this is the way you are, but we're going to find something different inside, right? So this.
I feel good like this.
There you go. Do you feel that? Do you hear that anywhere?
Now I do.
Can you tell me where you might, if you close your eyes, where you might feel it in your body?
I felt it on my right.
So if we go near that space, and you can kind of like pull yourself away from the space and kind of look at that space from above, or maybe kind of bring your awareness beyond the space. But if you feel comfortable going near that little spot and seeing what might happen, you can breathe into that if you'd like. And notice if it moves or if it's stationary, if it's something muscular or energetic.
Right leg started twitching a little.
Okay, so as you do it, again, maybe just be a little mindful. Think about if it shifts, that place, that certain place on the lower back, on the right side of your lower back.
No.
No? Is it stationary?
A little bit on the front.
Okay, so it does have,
Yeah, it went like, it's not in the front.
So it's not muscular. Remember, it was just something that happened to you. And feel free to let that come out. It might need to come out of the body. And it may come out energetically or with words. Maybe come a little closer to you. Would it be okay if I touched on your head today? So we're going to put you into a little trance. A place where we're neither here nor there, but you're awake while this is going on. Now it's going to include some breath work, if that's okay with you. But if it doesn't feel good to you, feel free not to do what I suggest, okay? This is your practice. And your body is what's really speaking. So who knows your body better than you? Nobody, right? So you have complete sovereignty throughout this entire practice. But I might be sitting at the head or the feet. I think I might go down to the feet while you start. Place both hands on your heart. Think of your heart. And then you found a space in the body that took you back to an accident that you had. And it wasn't just the trauma of your accident, because that was very difficult, but it was the guilt that you were carrying. How do you feel about that now? Do you feel better?
It's good because guilt calls upon punishment. I was probably feeling guilty of something else and I attracted that accident.
Yeah. That's a very good connection that you just made. Can you think about what that might mean? You thought it was something else.
I was fighting with a stupid guy because I was into holistic medicine and he wasn't, and I was a little aggressive to him, like I was pissed. So maybe it was silly. Maybe it was that. I would kind of ridicule him and check out.
Right, so you transferred that to the guilt of the accident, but
Maybe that's something different.
yeah.
That day I was having a thing with that.
But I'm so happy that you were able to go through at least the first layer of that guilt.
Yeah.
And so maybe the next time we speak, we go a little bit closer, if you'd like.
Yeah.
Or you can even do that on your own with some of the tools that you know.
It's probably better with a session.
So maybe we're going to end the session really soon. So maybe we hug our knees towards our chest. Would that be okay for you?
Yes.
Really giving yourself a little bit of love.
I'm so innocent.
Yes, you are so innocent. You are so innocent.
I know, my mom used to manipulate me with big tricks so I could do whatever she wanted. I'm innocent.
Of course you are.
I'm worthy of all the love.
Is there anything that I can say with you to help you out before you leave?
Whatever you feel close.
I'm just here for you. And I'm so happy that you were able to have that release today, and thank you for trusting me. I know that this is a sacred space, and I know that it's important to feel safe. So thank you for trusting me, okay?
My pleasure.
All right, take your time. So what you witnessed was a small somatic session, about 30 minutes. Somatic meaning we worked in the body to find something. So Monica was able to, she observed that she had a little tension in the low back to the right. And we made some decisions to see if it was muscular or energetic. And it was energetic, right? And we did that through the tools. We did it through maybe some breath work to see if it moved, and hopefully you were able to see some of that. So now that we found that, what came out, a feeling came out of that space, and it took her back to a place where she had a very bad car accident, and it was very traumatizing. And you didn't even realize it was still in the body, which is so unique because we store things, and she didn't know that she was storing it. Cutting through another layer, right, we were finding out that it was really the guilt that you did not get hurt, right? So then, so then going through that, and we did some techniques to release that and to bring in some self-compassion, the fact that you were really innocent. But then at the end of the session, we found another layer. And this is what happens. The body stores things in layers. She found another layer, and I know it might be too personal, so I don't want to say it. It's okay? Okay. So it's always permissioned. I wouldn't be sharing this if I didn't have Monica's permission, because this is a sacred thing and it's personal for everyone. But she was able to make a connection that she was also in a relationship, that you did something with him and you felt guilty about that as well. So there were layers to that guilt.
He wasn't my boyfriend or anything. Well, actually, he's kind of a far extended family, and I felt like he was attacking me on Facebook because I put something holistic.
But you made the connection that not only the guilt, so there's guilt in you.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
and then she mentioned, I suffer with guilt.
Yeah.
So there was many layers to this small session. So it's not talk therapy. Talk therapy hasn't worked for me. I'm not saying that it's not good for everyone, but sometimes we store things and we don't even know that they're there. And this is you go from A to Z, and it's very quick. So how do you feel now? Do you feel like that part of you do you feel better?
Because intellectually I know I've had a thing with guilt trips that sometimes I feel guilty. I'm like, why am I feeling guilty of that? Like, it's not my fault. But I have that
Exactly.
tendency to feel guilty.
And you're not the only one, by the way. I'm human as well.
Yeah.
I get those feelings too.
Yeah.
I get those feelings.
But that's a theme I had in my life. And then after the accident, I did have back pain for a while. That it took me a while to heal with the chiropractor, massages, and my holistic things that I do. I mean, yoga, immersion, table. But today, I just had a sensation. It wasn't even a pain, but it was an energy I noticed.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's funny how it all circle back to the guilt. It makes total sense. And I was healing myself recently of something like I'm having a second chakra issue. And it's funny that I know, because that's what I do.
Right. So you would know it was a second chakra.
Makes total sense.
It makes sense to you.
Yeah.
And that's what really happens during these sessions. It may not make sense to me, and it may not make sense, but it will 9 times out of 10, if not 10 out of 10, it'll make sense to you, because this is your stuff. It is your journey. I am just here to watch you, to give you a loving presence, to make sure that my energy is right. So when you sit in front of me, whether it's on Zoom or in person, when you sit in front of me, I'm truly just here for you. I am anchored. I am heartfelt, and I speak from my heart. So I work on my energy quite a bit. So when you're in a session, it really is just you. And I'm glad that you're here.
Yeah, thank you for having me. And she's so intuitive.
Yeah, and intuition isn't a bad thing, but so is everyone. So we all are incredibly intuitive. This is giving you more tools so you can connect with your own intuition, because we all have intuition. We all have these 5 senses, and it's just another layer of healing.